Mic check, mic check. We copacetic on that. How's everybody doing today on this blessed day? Make sure we good. We good. We got the HD. We got the HD. I seen this video, y'all. This kid, he was trying to buy a PlayStation 4. He was trying to buy a PlayStation 4, y'all. He was trying. He was trying to buy a PlayStation 4, y'all. But he was asking certain questions to the individual who was selling it. He said, "Where do I get the HDMI wire from?" As soon as he said that, I knew something was up, y'all. I knew it. I knew it. Behind the ball, respectfully, keep Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, anything about the Latin culture, keep out your mouth. Respectfully. Respectfully. You see what I did to Gary Minor. He burned the Puerto Rican flag. I had 100 Puerto Ricans standing in front of his door. He didn't even know. He didn't even know. He didn't even know. I had 1,000 right there, ready to go. Y'all don't know me. Please, man. I changed my way for the better. Got baptized. Please leave me alone, y'all. Please. Behind the ball, watch your mouth when it comes to Puerto Ricans, Brody. For real. All jokes aside. All jokes aside. Stop comparing what Puerto Ricans been through with black people. Stop comparing it, man. Why you keep comparing? We all been through the same things. We all come. We from Africa. We African descent. What make us separate? Like we minorities, baby. You gotta come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's blocker, bro. Come on, buddy. You better than that behind the ball. You better than that. I know you want to entertain your crowd, your people, but sometimes we gotta stop worrying about the crowd, bro. Focus on self. Love comes within. Self-love. Self-love. Yeah, I don't like nobody talking about Puerto Ricans, man. For real. Kosh and I, the other dude, they was in the X. Y'all gotta check in when y'all come to the X, man. For real. Yo, Cuba, you gonna have to check in too. You gonna have to check in too, bro. Word. Y'all gonna have to check in, man. Oh, almost dropped. Woo! Appreciate everybody that's been supporting the movement. Like, comment, and subscribe. We got some hot dogs, ketchup, mustard, boil eggs. Something to feed the soul, y'all. Something to feed the soul. We got a lot to talk about today, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. Mm-hmm. Thank you, dear Lord Father, for this food that I'm putting in my system. See, a lot of people turn their back on God when they're broke. A lot of people turn their back on God when they broke. They blame God for everything, y'all. Before we get the show started, let me put something in my system real fast. Mm, 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 mm. Ain't nothing like homemade, y'all. Mm, mm. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want, but I'm trained with several skills. That's like a nightmare for people like you. Nah, thank you for that advice, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the advice. I feel comfortable around y'all. You get what I'm saying? Thank you for the advice. Thank you for the advice. Means a lot. Thank you for the advice. That was the smartest thing somebody ever came over here and said. Let me wash my hands, y'all. Let me wash my hands, y'all. Ah, man. No problem. Have a great day. Be kind and stay hydrated. You know what I noticed that? I'm glad you're in the building, man. I'm glad you're in the building. You see, I notice when I be kind, I notice when I be just be my normal self, be myself, show more love to myself, self-love. I notice that the Lord gives me signs that I'm doing the right thing. You ever had that happen to y'all? Where as if you do something good and you get blessed right after, and you know that blessing came from the Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It came straight from the Lord. You see, one of my peoples, you get what I'm saying? They had mail. And usually, sometimes the people who delivers and stuff like that, they make mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? They make mistakes, and then the people who gets it in their hand, they put it inside your building. You know, they put it so that it could go to the correct person that it belongs to. So I seen somebody. I went inside. I seen the address. I seen the apartment, y'all. I said, you know what? I could leave it there, or I could bring it to the individual door. Now I was bringing it to the individual door. Now I noticed something about this package. This package was a little heavy. It only fits in the envelope. You get what I'm saying? So it can't be too much. You get what I'm saying? So the the envelope had 3 sheets of tape, y'all. 3 sheets of tape. Now, me being uh intellectual, smart, intelligent young man that I am, I could tell that somebody tried to open it to see if there was money inside. That's why they put the regular tape. See, when it comes from somebody sending it, it's more professional. It's more professional. It's laminated. It's laminated. So to see that, and it had a little hole to look inside. Now I didn't look inside. I didn't. Curiosity killed the cat, y'all. Curiosity killed the cat. The individual woke up. This had to be about 7 in the morning, y'all. The individual woke up 7 in the morning, pissed, pissed at the world. I gave it to them. I explained to them what happened. They didn't really respond like that. It was early. They didn't even brush their teeth yet. I'm even surprised that I'm knocking on their door. But I'm trying to better myself because I know how other people are when it comes to people checks, when it comes to certain things. People like to steal. They know how to deposit it and stuff like that. So I was just saying, you know what? Because it felt. You get what I'm saying? When it has that feeling like it's something very important, and it says important notice on top. 2, 3 hours later, 2 or 3 hours later, y'all, the unbelievable happened, y'all. The unbelievable. The man hit me up. He hit me up. Now, when I brought it to him, he wasn't like excited. He was thankful, but he was tired. He had low energy. He had low volume. So a little bit of me wanted him to be thankful for me bringing his his um his mail. But I was just grateful that I was doing the right thing, and he's a great person, so I felt good about doing the good deed. So it wasn't that he was not happy, it wasn't that he was not content. He was actually happy, he was excited to see me, but the body language didn't say that. The body language said, I'm tired. Why are you knocking on my door at such and such time? Sometimes we view things, that's why it says live by faith and not by sight, because we view things so wrong. He called me up. He said, I have a surprise for you. He called me up and said, I have a surprise for you. I said, wow. It touched me because I said, wow, to see somebody that I thought was angry that I knocked on their door at an early time, and not saying that they're a bad person, but nobody wants nobody knocking on their door at a certain time, especially if it's AM. You get what I'm saying? He told me knock anytime other day. We're family. But when I first knocked, he wasn't as excited as I was to give it to him, the mail. So sometimes the body could read things wrong. Later on, what he did, he hit me up. He said, come to my apartment. He said, come to my apartment. I went to his apartment and he said, Green Eyes, thank you. I want to thank you for being a good person. I want to thank you for treating me with respect. I want to thank you for honoring me and appreciating me as a person. Thank you for welcoming me to the neighborhood. Thank you for friends. Thank you for growth. Thank you for purpose. He went to shake my hand, y'all. He went to shake my hand, y'all. He said he had something for me. I wasn't really thinking of it in any way, shape, or form. I just said, because last time, he gave me a Bible. Last time he gave me tennis rackets, which I still have. You understand what I'm saying? He got locked out. My bro, yeah, he live on the top floor. He got locked out. You get what I'm saying? So Green Eyes searched YouTube, and I figured out a way to hack the camera, and I like I was able to like open the door. The fire department couldn't even open this door. The fire department couldn't even open this door, y'all. That's why when he see me, he says he says I remind him of David. You know David from the Bible, David and Goliath. He said I remind him of David. He said I'm a prophet. He said I'm a real prophet. He said I'm a prophet, y'all. So he's a church person. You get what I'm saying? He's a Christian, and he said he didn't ask me nothing. He just shook my hand, and when he shook my hand, it had one of these in it. It had one of these in it. Now let me show y'all the face. Hold on. Let me show y'all the face. Hold on, I got y'all. And we're gonna talk about this too. You see the face? You see the face? You see the face, y'all. You see the face? You see it? So he said, he didn't really say that. He said, I thank you. He said, I thank you. Thank you for being a good person. Thank you for being genuine. Thank you for not trying to hurt me. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for protecting me, y'all. Cause some dude tried to hurt him one day, and I was sleeping, y'all. You know me. Ain't nobody fucking with nobody in my building without my permission. Gangster. But that showed me right there that I was doing the right thing. That I've been on my path. That's what that shows me, right? It's not about the money, y'all. With money, you cannot buy friendship. With money, you can't buy love. And Green Eyes noticed this. But what the individual did was it almost made me sad because in a good way. Because to see a person just and he said it, he said, he's not rich. And I know he's dealing with financial problems. You understand what I'm saying? I know he deals with that. So I was really trying to refuse it in the beginning. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll take 20. You know, but he said he's been donated. Somebody donated to him, so he wanted to spread the donation. You understand what I'm saying? And this is, I rock with pastors. I rock with like real sharpshooters. You get what I'm saying? They in the game for real. They not doing it for fake or trying. He doesn't get nothing out of that of giving me $100. There's nothing that he's receiving out of that. I mean, he's receiving blessings from the Lord, but I'm trying to say it's not nothing that he wants in return. You understand what I'm saying? He got his girl, he got his own crib. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't really, we be focused doing God's work. So it's not like a person giving you something and then needs you later on. Like, yo, I'm gonna give you this, but now I'm gonna need you later. It was just like, you know what? You deserve it. You've been doing the right thing. You've been taking care of your loved ones. You've been focused. You've been protective, and people see these qualities that I have within myself that sometimes I may not see within myself. I see it, but like I said, I give the best advice, and sometimes I don't take my advice. So to see people actually understanding that, what am I doing? I'm doing God's work. I'm doing, and it's a sign for me. It's a sign that says, you know what, you've been doing the right thing. And sometimes I make the best decisions. Sometimes the best decision is just to uh, stay alone and work on things and get more things done by myself. And sometimes I feel isolated. Sometimes I feel like I'm not a part of society. But then at times, God shows me that I'm making the right decision. If I wasn't making the right decision, I would not get blessed. It's not about the money, yeah. That's a piece of paper. That's a piece of paper, yeah. It's not about that. It was the fact that somebody knows my worth, and it's not about the amount. It's not about the amount, y'all. I done found money and gave it back to people. People dropped money in front of me, and I done gave it back to them. Yo, you dropped this. Yo, you dropped this. But like I said, people rock with me, but then they stop rocking with me. And, that's when the Lord bless me. The Lord will bless me when I feel like I have no other way to turn. The Lord tells me, you have direction. You have a destination. You do not let the enemy tell you where to go, y'all. You see, it might seem real, but there's demonic forces. The Antichrist is living among us, y'all. I know some of y'all joking, laughing, smiling right now, but y'all don't understand that the Antichrist is in this world, y'all. So when you see in certain things, you notice it for what it is. That's why they want you to crash out. That's why they want you to put you in harm's way. When I go through shit, I don't tell nobody. You know why? Because I don't put my people in harm's way. I don't put my loved ones in harm's way, yeah. But just the fact that people see my worth, they see, what am I doing? What am I bringing to the table? I've been bettering myself. I got baptized. And a lot of people feel like, you know, oh, you got to be perfect to get baptized. It's not about that, y'all. It's about being you, you know, being you. Put God first and don't complain. Don't really try to complain and stay focused. But I notice that the Lord always gives me signs when I'm doing the right thing. He will protect you. He will protect you. He will love you, and he will always be by your side. And today's a normal day as yesterday. Just because I got to 100, that didn't make me more of a blessed day. But to see somebody do that, sometimes it does mean a lot because it shows my value. It shows the work that I've been putting in. It's been times I went live, didn't get no donations, and I didn't mind. I've been live for 8 hours, 9 hours, probably even more than that, and with zero donations. Never got upset, but sometimes you'll get paid. You'll be paid in full. You'll get paid for the work that you put in. It doesn't necessarily always have to come in the value of money, yo. Sometimes it could come as love. You might find true love. You might find true love, yeah. What we smoking? Oh, no problem, man. We got the Girl Scout cookies right now. Stand on line. Go behind her. Yeah, yeah. These the Girl Scouts cookies, man. No free promotion, y'all. No free promotion. And I said that. I woke up today feeling marvelous. And I noticed that. Shorty didn't hit me up all week. Soon as the person blessed me, yo, Green Eyes, here's $100. Now all of a sudden, mad girls want to hit me up. They want to be in my DM. They smell it. They smell it. Woman, they smell it. They know when you got it, baby. They can smell it on you. I smell pussy. They can smell it on you, yeah. I don't know what it is, but women can smell when you got a little bit of coins, man. And when it's gone, they gone. Not all of them. There's great women out there. It's in my element. I like dark skin because I like the party. I like dark skin because I like the party. She's an element. I like dark skin because she like the party. Feel good about that. Hold me down, y'all. Hold me down, y'all. It's in my element. I like dark skin because I like the party. Excuse me, y'all. But the Lord has always given me signs, and it's like I get more things done sometimes being alone. When I'm around people, I don't feel like I'm dealing with any problems and stuff like that. And then when I leave them, I feel like as if my mind is playing tricks on me. I'm doubting myself. I'm getting too distracted, and it's not really about people. It's just the fact that sometimes, I overthink things. Capricorns, we overthink, and I'm not gonna just say because I'm a Capricorn, because we're not judged by the stargazers. You get what I'm saying? But just the fact that sometimes I I like being by myself. Sometimes I love I enjoy my own company at times. Nothing personal towards anybody, but sometimes I love myself. I always love myself, but sometimes you gotta show that love, embrace it, embrace the love. Yeah. Oh man, them eggs, whoo, they going down the wrong hole. But like I said, I definitely appreciate the support system. It's appreciate that everybody been rocking with me, and that's what really matters, y'all. That's what really matters. As long as you be true to yourself. See, sometimes people look at this, they might not have no comments, they might not have no views, they might not have, no people supporting them. But YouTube is run based off AI. YouTube is based off AI. And these are the things that when the robots start to take over and take control, we can't be mad because we already been supporting the AI programs. When you write a report on YouTube, is this somebody that you're speaking to actually? Or is it a robot? Is it a automatic messenger thing? It's not something that's you could speak to somebody, you know? And sometimes we invest so much into these type of things where we can't even get a person. We're not gambling. We're gambling with AIs. We're gambling with apps. We're gambling with life. It's sad. I don't think y'all understand the type of world that we're living in, bro. You see, it can have its pros and cons because sometimes, you can make a phone call, you could be on FaceTime, But what about all of the electricity that's being held towards your ear, your face, your nervous system? These things is the things that we got to figure out, because sometimes we don't know what's killing us, man. The tap water. I just made hot dogs. I had to use like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 of these just to make hot dogs, y'all. Because the tap water, there's something in the tap water when it goes in your nose. Yeah, that's why you see me. I'm always like this. The nose, it takes in. See what I'm saying? The mouth blows out. So you're taking things in that you don't even know is in the air, don't even know exists, yeah. Every time we look is another thing that we gotta dodge. COVID, tap water, COVID, tap water. Shall I keep going? Am I the only one who's woke out this motherfucker? Wake up, yeah. Don't wake me up. Don't wake me up. See, that's just why people come over here. Because I speak the truth, bro. And not only about speaking the truth, I speak real. I speak from the heart, bro. I speak from the heart. Knowledge is power, y'all. Knowledge is power. I know what I know. The more you learn, the farther you go. When you get an education, you'll be taking a stand. Knowledge is power, y'all. See, I try to save people. I try to. I try to bring them to the promised land. I tried. You could lead the horse to the water. You can't force him to drink. It's sad. I'm not mad at nobody, but don't be mad when I take my walk. I've been taking my walk. I got distracted trying to stop to help y'all. That almost stopped me from my purpose, from my journey, from my path. But trying to make it say, oh, you going too fast. Oh, you going too fast. What am I supposed to do? Stop? Wait? How about we meet at the finish line? You put your work in, I put my work in. I'm not the type to celebrate your fun days. I'm like Marvin Wayans. I'm like the Wayne brothers. See, you gotta know how to rock the mic and rock it right, y'all. Can't just come up here, man. You gotta be able to salute the people. They can feel what I'm saying. That's why they still in the building. They're like, damn, this dude. He... But I'm myself. That's one thing people gotta respect. I am myself. Might not be perfect. Might not like what I say. But at least I am being me. A little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. A little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But at least he's sincere and genuine and has a good heart. That gotta count for something. Just like the woman. She got a fat ass and a good smile. That gotta count for something. It gotta count for something, y'all. But all jokes aside, I'm grateful for today's date. I'm grateful for being blessed. And now that I got blessed, y'all know me. I go outside, start feeding the homeless. I might buy tuna fish. Matter of fact, I already got tuna fish. I got the mayonnaise. What we're gonna make like we're gonna make like 20 to 30 uh, uh, tuna fish sandwiches and give it out to the people. Spread the blessings. See, the individual that gave me that 100, they've been blessed. So they wanted to spread the blessing. They could have said, you know what? I got blessed. F everybody. But they wanted to spread the blessing. See, this is how you know it comes from God. John verse 5. Test the spirit. But this is when you know it's coming from the Lord because they want the blessing to keep going. So you know me, I'm glad he did that. You understand what I'm saying? And people might see me, they might be like, damn, he's sneaky. Damn, he might be grimy. And not knowing when they do things like that, I'm gonna pass it forward 10 times. And it's not about passing money. I'm gonna be passing food. I'm going to be giving out free water. I'm going to be giving back to the community. It makes me feel good as a person. Fuck the money. I hate money, bro. I hate it. It's about the thought. It's about the thought. But I always thank the Lord for giving me the guidance. I always do. This is why it always pays to be a good person, y'all. This is why it always pays to be a good person. See, life sometimes could bring you down. Sometimes it could bring you up. We have our ups and downs as people. But we cannot judge based off our income if we're gonna have a great day or not. See, people sleep on me. Nah, green eyes, I ain't got no bud. Nah, green eyes, I ain't got this. Nah, green eyes, I ain't got that. Nah, green. Now, everybody want to hit me up. Now that I'm shining like a diamond. Now that I'm shining like a diamond. Hard work pays off, man. Dedication. It doesn't happen overnight. You gotta walk before you crawl, y'all. No, no. You gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta crawl before you walk, yeah. Great day, great atmosphere. The trees is breezing. Whew. And when you get baptized and you clean yourself, things get more personal to you. You get what I'm saying? Where there's so many temptations in life that are try to distract you from your purpose. And it's not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, nowhere near perfect. But just the fact that you take a step to the Lord, He'll take seven towards you. You could be disloyal to Him, walk away from Him, but the minute that you decide to change your direction towards Him, in a matter of seconds, He is with you. That's called unconditional, y'all. Unconditional. Peace comes within, y'all. There's nobody that could give you peace but yourself. You might feel like the peace, you know, at times it could feel like as if is an everlasting thing. But peace is something that when you have it, you try to maintain it. All hard work brings a profit, but here talks leads only to poverty. I'm not quite understanding what you're rapping about. All hard works bring a profit, but mere talk leads. Oh, got you. I got you, buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, I see the difference between me and others. I put the pain in, I put the suffering, blood, sweat, and tears. Literally, yeah. They don't know what we had to do to be in this position that we are to help others. It took time, y'all. It took hours, days, years, but I kept pushing. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, y'all. But I'm still here today through the grace of God, through the grace of the Lord, the Most High. I feel good about that. We have to stop competing with one another, y'all. One person says, I love you. Another person says, I love you more. Why does it have to come with competition? Love shouldn't come with competition. Love shouldn't come with fear. Love shouldn't come with fear, yeah. Appreciate the hospitality. I just like to relax, take it easy, don't complain, and just do the right thing. I don't do too much. I don't. We have to take the signs for what it is, y'all. Sometimes we ignore the signs because of the love, but the love overpowers the negative intentions. But sometimes you got to go with your heart. Sometimes you must go with that heart, yeah. Be true to yourself. You can't love anybody if you don't love yourself. You can't change the world till you change yourself. It pays. It pays off to be a good person. It's not gangster to be wicked and grimy. Gangsters are gentlemen. That's what being a gangster really is. Holding the door for old ladies, holding the bags. This is what being a gangster is, y'all. It's a gentleman. I'm not gonna come up here for too long. I just came up here, you know, just to show the people, blessings will come. Stay focused and believe, strive. Don't put too, Money is important because we gotta buy certain things, but do not put too much love into it. You know, everybody has their own ways of doing things, and I'm not here to judge. The judgment is for the man upstairs. But as long as you're rich at heart, you will be rich. A lot of people wasn't made for it. That Rolly fit my wrist like it was made for, and they hating, but what's the hate for? Ain't no stopping. Fuck, I need brakes for. God bless y'all, man. Stay up like a cup. Stay blessed. Stay righteous. Stay focused. Be healthy. Do the right thing. And help others. Help others be the better version of themselves. But you can't do that if you don't help yourself. Love yourself. Self care. Stay blessed. Stay righteous. Stay healthy, y'all. Work out and drink water. Peace.